Hey guys, it's me. I'm so sorry I'm this late with this particular video. I've had quite a few challenges, but I just wanted to go over one or two things with regards to My Children, My Africa. It's the only, remember you only have your poems that you need to look out for, and then you need to go over this particular drama. So remember that the drama is sort of seen on stage for everyone to view. And for this drama, if you have read this book, it will take you about an hour and a half, not even. If you go through this book and we put everything together, it would be a very easy plot to unravel and as well as answer the questions. So I'm going to go over what I have and then take it from there. I think I have forwarded quite a bit of information to you. So let's go here. Let's do characters first. And then you please make notes of it as we go along. So yeah, let's go here. Definitely want to do this. Okay, let's talk about the characters. Tommy and Isabel are two teenagers who meet across color and gender barriers in an inter-schools debate. We see the brilliance of these two talented characters right at the beginning of the play when they give such an excellent closing argument in the debate. But their different backgrounds make their growing friendship vulnerable to outside pressures. So Isabel, who is she? Isabel comes from a privileged and comfortable middle-class background. Her father owns the town's chemist shop. She lives with her parents. She has a strong and independent personality and sees herself as the rebel in her family. She's been trapped in some ways by the apartheid system. So if they were to ask you to write something on Isabel's character, this is what you're going for. She says she's been trapped in some ways by the apartheid system. For example, she has tried to relate to the black people in her life by her attempts to connect with them are not natural because they are servants and employees of her parents. So she knows about black people. She has been in contact with them, but they've always been employed by her parents. And she has a servant as well. So the opportunity to debate against Tommy is an eye-opener for her. For the first time in her life, she meets a black person on a more natural and equal footing. Isabel wants to go to university to study journalism. Where are we now? There we go. Her great ambition is to become a writer. She has the ability to use words and language with intelligence and with imagination. In the play, she comes across as energetic, lively, and a vivacious young woman who is keen to be of service to her fellow human beings. Mr. M, now remember this is the teacher, makes a big impression on Isabel. She admires his energy and his commitment to his learners. For Isabel, personal relationships are more important than politics. She struggles to understand why Mr. M is being punished so violently. To her, it seems like a terrible and meaningless murder. Isabel, who represents well-meaning white liberal values, is caught in the middle, not knowing what to think or feel anymore. At the end, she is able, very reluctantly, to understand Tommy's point of view. Fugard ends the play, that's the writer, or the author, with her positive vision for the future or of the future. Now, Tommy. Who's Tommy? Tommy is a highly intelligent and a born leader. He's highly intelligent and a born leader. Like Isabel, he has a special gift with words. When he was younger, he wanted to be a doctor. So that's information that you need to know, and they may ask you what he wanted to be when he was younger. He wanted to be a doctor so that he could serve his people. In the course of the play, we see how political priorities make him change his mind. Tommy's hard-working parents are far away in Cape Town. His mother is a domestic worker and his father works on the railway, so there's some pointers that you need to take from there. He lives in the Karoo Platteland, the rural interior, with his grandmother and married sister. Around him in the location, he sees squalor and his misery of poverty, and the misery of poverty, the misery of unemployment, of frustration and anger. There's a growing mood of impatience and revolt brewing in this township. The young people in particular have lost patience. They want to change. Tommy shares those feelings or these feelings which lead to his commitment to the comrades' struggle to end apartheid and to bring about freedom for everyone. Just see if we have more. I need to go the other way. Yeah, we need to talk about Mr. M as such. Well, that will be there now. Just gonna go back there. I think I missed him. There we go. Okay, so let's quickly finish what we said about Tommy. Tommy is not prepared to follow Mr. M's policy of waiting patiently for long, denied rights. He supports stronger forms of protest. So while Mr. M wants to negotiate, he wants to participate in a stronger form of protest and turn against Mr. A, his devoted Mr. M, his devoted mentor. At the end of the play, he, however, admits that he denied his true feelings for Mr. M. He also realizes that he has to leave the country in order to serve the struggle. He does not want to have to face the choices of the mob that ended up killing Mr. M. Okay, let's talk about Mr. M. Mr. M is an old-fashioned paternalistic, and paternal is like a dad. He's paternal, very much paternal. He wants to advise and protect, but does not give his learners individual choices. He's a teacher who cannot allow his authority to be threatened, so he's still a very authoritarian. He follows the traditional teacher-centered approach, very strict, where the teacher teaches and the learner follows instruction. Mr. M is also a gifted, enthusiastic, and charismatic teacher with the ability to charm and to inspire devotion in others. Mr. M is totally dedicated to his role as a teacher. He lives almost like a monk. He's a bachelor and has a small room in the home of Reverend Mbopa. Mr. M will do everything in his power to inspire his learners. This is what draws Isabel to him. She sees Mr. M as a vital force and the very opposite of some of the dull teachers at the school. Mr. M is a follower of the Chinese philosopher Confucius, who teaches that learning and thought must be interdependent and work together in harmony. So learning and thought, he follows the Chinese philosopher Confucius. That's what you must note. What Mr. M admires and envies most of the Confucius' ability to act righteously in a spontaneous, natural, and instinctive manner. That's what he admires most of him. His ability to act righteously in a spontaneous, natural, and instinctive manner. Later, this becomes important because Mr. M's spontaneous action in informing to the police to try to save his children from the danger of riots and boycotts is interpreted by everyone in the township as a traitorous action. In other words, he was a traitor now. He is labeled as a sellout. He's labeled as an informer and an impimpi. Yeah? And so disaster and destruction follow for him as his vocation as a teacher. Very interesting. Okay, let's quickly have a look to have a look and see if there's anything else we need to note. I don't think so. Let's have a look at this page here. That's 26. That's Isabel. This is Mr. M's business. Okay, it would help if we don't do that. Just open this again. So sorry guys. Yep. Yeah, I definitely want to go through this quickly. Yeah, let's go through the time in which this plot is set out. The time in which the play is set. The play is set in 1984, and this is significant as this was a time when the resistance to the apartheid was starting to become violent. Supporters of the struggle were trying everything in their power to make the country ungovernable. After the Soweto uprising in 1978, township schools in particular had become key, what is that? Key sites for the struggle. I'll just go to my page so that I know what we are reading. Yeah. Key sites for the struggle. Sometimes out of control mobs killed those who were accused of being informers or spies for the apartheid authorities. One terrible method of killing suspected informers was to necklace, that's what you can underline, to necklace them by putting a tire around the suspect's neck, filling it with petrol, and then setting it alight. That's a very, very cruel way of doing that or bringing people to book. So now we are here. Ethel Fugard got the idea for My Children, My Africa from a newspaper article about a 1985 incident in Cookhouse, a very small Eastern Cape town, where a teacher, Anele Mayalatia, please help me there, was strongly suspected of being a government informer and was necklaced. Anele Mayalatia. Let's quickly have a look. So we now know what our characters look like and who we are dealing with. I definitely want to have a look at maybe, I think I sent you some plots, summaries of plots. We can have a look at that in a minute, but for now, this is what we have. I want to see if there's anything else that we need to know. So you need to be able to capture who the main characters are, and then also give us a few characteristics of them. There we go. Now let's quickly go through some scenes and then take it from there. Thank you.